Hey, good morning. Hope you guys are doing great. I wanted to make a quick video explaining something really fast for you guys. Basically going over how to get paid on the loads that you're running with brokers. Something that happened this past week with a carrier that I work with. He ran a load with a broker without doing a credit check, and that's part of the process. The process is you see the load, you see it posted, you copy paste the MC number, you go to the credit check system, you check it in 3 seconds, not even 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and it's red, it's dead, don't work with them. It's green, it's a go, work with them. This carrier got super excited and he just saw the load, called on it, accepted it, and then he was trying to reach out to me or his CRM and found out, oh damn it, this broker has horrible credit. And as it would come to find out, over the course of this one particular load, the carrier, we eventually contacted the broker and we're like, hey, you guys got garbage credit. You need to send a check in the mail in 30 days and mail it to the carrier. You can do factoring, which is the fastest way to get paid. Same day deposit, same day as the delivery. Simple. Broker quick pay. That can take anywhere between 5 to 7 days depending on the broker, and that can be 5% to 7%. Sometimes it's all the way down to 1% depending on the broker. But with that, the factoring company, we do the broker quick pay matching. So we'll match the broker quick pay. Just give us a copy of the broker quick pay form and send it to us when you're sending us the rest of your paperwork for the load, and we just take whatever cheaper. We'll match that lower broker quick pay to substitute the rate that you're working with me with. Anyway, broker quick pay, and then third is getting paid 30 days later with a check in the mail. Okay, well, what happens if they don't pay? So you don't do factoring and you decide to take a load with a broker that isn't approved. And this can happen, maybe you're in Miami and there's no loads and there's only one way to go out. You want to grab a load and you want to go home, but that broker and that load, it's not approved. Okay, well, there are these other two ways to get paid. So the broker said, hey, we're not going to pay this out to the specific carrier. We're not going to do broker quick pay. We're just going to have to give you a check in 30 days. It's like, fine, whatever. All right, well, that sucks. That's not convenient cash flow to have in the bank. That you got to wait now. You got to wait to get paid. Of course, if he had done the credit check on the front end, this wouldn't have happened. Anyway, 30 days later comes and the broker still hasn't sent the guy a check in the mail. What do? As a factoring company, part of the service that we offer to carriers like you is we do your billing, your invoicing, and your collections. We chase down people that owe you money. That's what we do. It's part of being a factoring company. We do that. We're your administrative assistant for everything. And we're basically kind of your bank because we're depositing the money into your account. Anyway, the carrier wasn't getting paid in 30 days. So he sends an email to the broker, and I also wrote the email saying, hey, the check hasn't showed up. What's the status? And then they're like, oh, it's check number 7321, and we mailed it out on Tuesday last week. You'll get it in 7 to 10 business days. So we're like, fine, whatever. You've waited this long. Wait 7 to 10 more business days. He didn't get it in the mail. Okay, we sent another email to the broker, and the guy's like, yeah. Actually, we sent it on this date. It's like, okay, he gave us another date that was like 10 days or 8 days after the date that he originally told us. And we're like, okay, fine, whatever. Maybe it was a mistake, whatever. Let's again, we've waited this long. Let's wait 7 to 10 more days. And then he didn't get it in the mail. So then at that point, it's like, okay, clearly something's not adding up. This guy is not paying the carrier for the service the carrier provided, moving something from A to B and delivering it, doing a good job, and needing to be compensated for the job and the work completed. And the broker wasn't doing that. So that's where I step in. I have this perspective and experience from being a freight broker. I know how that system works. I've done it. I've said in previous videos, I've told you on the phone, I used to sell over 500 truckloads a month. And if I didn't do that, they would fire me. And that was my job. Did this for years, being a carrier sales rep and a freight broker. So I know how those systems work. So what you do, and what we had to do with this specific gentleman, this carrier that I'm working with, I was like, listen, all right, go ahead. This is not a factorable load, so he never sent me any of the paperwork. I'm like, send me this frickin' paperwork and let's take a look. And on it, you have the shipper. Let's just hop on Google. We'll start Googling the shipper and calling them saying, hey, and then of course we did send an email to the broker saying, hey man, this is twice. We're now 20 days past payment. You're supposed to pay on day 30. Now you're trying to pay us on day 50. You're not doing what you said you were going to do it. And we have it in writing in an email train script. We have it in writing. We have all grounds to move forward to file on his bond. We don't really want to do that. Well, first thing we want to do is we want to reach out to the shipper and be like, hey shipper, here's the paperwork for that load number, blah, 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 that delivered 50 days ago at this delivery location, and here's the PO number. Can we email this to you, and can you guys just, the shipper, the customer, pay the carrier directly, please? You're really not supposed to do this, in terms of factor, quick pay, waiting 30 days, reaching out to the shipper to get paid. This is a way to do it, and this is where my expertise and experience comes into play. I used to work with Nestle, used to work with Cargill, used to work with Whirlpool, Publix, Home Depot, tons of customers, and bidding on tens of thousands of lanes over the years, winning that business, and then understanding the accounts process, because I used to be the guy that would have to call Home Depot to pay me, then I can then pay the carrier, or then I can pay the factoring company. So being familiar with all that accounting process and how that works. Anyway, we reached out to the shipper after I reviewed the paperwork. I wrote up an email, copied the carrier in it, we emailed them, and they're like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry that you haven't been paid. Yeah, we are familiar with, this broker's name was Nate or Nathan, something like that. We're familiar with him, and we do see that his brokerage moved that load for us and he never paid you. Well, that's bad business. And sure, the broker, he's not going to be happy hearing that from his customer. He's not going to be happy. So in terms of, this was, having trouble with my fingers, in terms of this being a way last resort, being able to step in and help the carrier navigate this to get to the solution that we want, which is getting frickin' paid for the job that he did 50 days ago. Long story short, the customer said, absolutely, send us over the bills, send us over the paperwork, the rate con, all of it, and we'll pay the carrier with a direct deposit, and it should be in the next 4 days that we'll just direct deposit into that account with their accounting system. Okay, thank you so much for helping us out. And then lickety-split, by the end of the day, the broker came out of the woodwork and was like, whoa, hey guys. And we told him, hey, we've reached out to you 2 times. You told us twice that you sent us a check in the mail, and they never did, and it never showed up. And they said that they did, well, it's this address, and it went to this address, but I have an email that I wrote that says this is the right address for it to go to. Anyway, he said, she said, here they, whatever. Anyway, the broker was like, so sorry. Let's do a wire transfer into your account right now. And the carrier got paid right then from the broker on the spot. Why they didn't do it via broker quick pay, these options, why didn't he do broker quick pay 45 days previous? I don't know. But apparently what probably happened was we reached out to the customer after we told him that, hey man, you're being sketchy, This is twice that we've called you saying, where the heck is the check in the mail? You haven't sent it. We haven't received it. We're going to reach out to your customer. And after we reach out to your customer, we're going to file on your bond. And there's a very elegant and professional way to write those emails. I've done this multiple times for carriers that I work with. But at the end of the day, the solution, the goal, it's to get the carrier paid for the job that was done and the service that was provided, transport of a product. We got him knocked out. Carrier's super happy. I'm glad I was able to help him. And, just further supports, the help that is needed to troubleshoot these issues. And, the level of expertise that really comes to benefit having that brokerage experience. And now I sit on a different side of the table where I help the carriers as opposed to selling carriers loads. It generates great results for the carriers that I work with. So I got guys that, they do $15,000 a month in income. Right now it is May 2024. It's a pretty cold market right now, but that's pretty good money. 15 grand in income per month. I got some carriers that are doing over $45,000 in income. Dedicated customers I have for carriers to work with and build relationships with, brokers, dispatchers, everything XYZ. Anyway, I hope this was educational. When these situations do arise, I would say reach out to me to help, because there are a bunch of little details to do this the right way to get a result immediately. At the end of the day, we got two results. We have a dedicated customer that now has a direct contact with the carrier, or he could be running loads because now he has a relationship with them, or he got paid, and that's what really comes down to at the end of the day. So anyway, I don't want to turn into a rambling video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.